I'm from Colorado, and my mom, she was she was a teacher. She had married my stepbrother, or my half brother's dad, so he was my stepdad, and this guy was the hardest working guy I've ever met in my life. And I despised him because he made me work and do all the stuff that he didn't want to do around the house, like take care of all of his animals. And then he had this fencing company during the summer that we'd go help build barbed wire fence. And we didn't have all the best equipment, so it's straight manual, like manual labor type stuff, and like huge jobs. Like he had a really good reputation in the fencing business, like 25-mile long jobs along the highways, along the railroads.
So he was getting big jobs,
big railroad government jobs, federal jobs. And so we'd have like a crew of 5 of us that would go build these during the summer. I'd only be there for like 2 months, but during those 2 months it was just hell. And that was kind of just like the atmosphere in my home, right? In my home when I was growing up, it was just really intense as far as when we work, like we get it done, and we get it done efficiently and fast. Like we go, like you're running to the next thing. And so growing up in that environment, right, really put me in a place where like things just became easy when I went to like school, when I went to like sports, like is because what other people thought was hard, I was like, this is not hard, like at the time I wasn't thinking like that, but it was just like, this is easy. Like I can do this schoolwork. I can go push myself on a basketball court. Like that's nothing. Cause I had grinded through manual labor.
How old were you when you were doing that? Were you getting paid doing that? Or
no, I didn't get paid.
Really?
No, there's no pay in this.
So how old were you doing that?
I think they got married when I was 4 years old when they got married. And so I was around it. And as I started to get older, I started to have more of a role in the actual,
And how did you keep motivation to go do that?
I just wanted to get out of there.
So you just finished it up as fast as possible.
I left the day I graduated. I was like, I got to get out of here. So I literally went through my hat in the air, and my truck was packed to go up to Western Colorado to go play college football. Had a job and everything set up for me. So I was trying to get out of there as quick as I could. And just being in that environment, right, it changed my mind, where it's like it became really just like hardy. Like my head is like really just ingrained to continue to work and build, because that's all I've ever been doing. And so I was like, I want to build myself out of here. And I thought I was going to be with my education. I was never thought about the NFL, like never. I was going to a small Division II school, and so it was like, okay, let me go get my education in business. Let me go start something of my own, or attach myself to someone else. And I was going to start getting into real estate, and I was going to start house hacking actually. Nice. That was my plan, And then I was able to play football well enough where that became an opportunity for me. But that's where my mindset comes from, is just being in an environment where it wasn't hostile, but there was tension. It was always like pressure. It was always pushing on you.
How do you get you to go do that work? Like, was it?
There was no other choice.
Here for free, you got to go and do.
There was no other choice. It was from growing up, from when I was small, especially when I was really independent. It was either that or get your ass beat, right? And so it was like an environment where it's like you get shit done. You just get it done. Because you don't want that, right?
Are you grateful for that type of childhood, or do you sometimes wish that you had a little bit more leniency and freedoms as a kid?
Am I grateful? Wow. It's made me who I am.
That specific part of your childhood.
Yeah. I would say I've twisted it to get the positive out of it. Like, I think it has made me who I am today, which I'm very grateful for, as far as me being able to really stay focused and build myself up. Is there a different way? Probably. But I think the tough love aspect got me really ready for really the world, right? And just being able to, like I said, commit myself and understand that not everyone has your best interest in mind. And guess what? Like, things aren't always going to work out for you, and there's not always going to be a why, but you might have to do something, but you might not get the reward that you're actually expecting. Like, I was just working just to work. I didn't get anything for it. Sure, I had the home, right? The home life, that was great, but it wasn't like I was getting paid or any of these benefits or anything like that. So I would say, yes, I am appreciative of the tough love, how it was done. Probably not the best way, but I did love the tough love.
Yeah. And why do you think you were able to find a silver lining in that and find the positives in that? What makes you different from someone else who's experienced a similar, like maybe like turbulent type of thing growing up, or a forced work or something like that, and then turned out negative?
Yeah. So I was able to attach that mindset. I didn't know at the time until I started talking about it more. What I was able to do was attach that type of mindset, and I was put it into something that was beneficial towards me and had some type of structure, right? So that was, at the time, it was sports and school. My mom was a school teacher. She was hard on me in school, making sure I did well. So I was taking my mindset of just undeniable, determination to get something done fast, efficient, and I put it towards football, or not football, but my sports and my education, right? And so I was putting that that same energy
Right.
into those, and it's continued to build me up, right? And so I have this saying where it's like, don't shoot for the stars, but build up your floor, right? Because if you build up your floor and you fall down, you're still up here. You still have all these core values, your education, your network, right, and your experiences, all these different things that don't take money to. They just took effort to do. And so I was putting all that effort into this, and I started to build myself up. And so now I started to have value to people. That's where I got my college, right, my opportunity to go play at college, and so. That stayed with me. It's basically became who I am. And so I have all these opportunities that are not all the, but I have opportunities that continue to present themselves, and I'll take it and I'll just immerse myself into it, right? And not just do it, but learn about it, learn the people in it, right? Make sure I'm an expert at it, right? Really try to encompass and bring on everything that is in that opportunity and try to take advantage of it and be consistent at that, right? And I do that, and guess what comes from that? Hey, you're good at this. Hey, try this, or here's more, right? And so that's how I've been able to continue to build up to this point now, where I use the NFL, which is a huge platform, and then all of the status and all of the the money, all of the the experts that the people that you can get connected to, it's just blossomed into what it is today.